And so that's kind of the strength of it, is sometimes you just create a giant unit, and your opponent can't remove it and they concede. We could keep Nameless One if we think they're on Big Priest. I think that's is that an okay keep? It's 4 mana. Nah, we really just need to find Northshire Cleric. I think you almost certainly mulligan every card that's not Northshire Cleric in your opener. It's just that good. Yeah, it's just so nuts. It's honestly just so nuts. Interesting, we do the Raised Dead, yeah.
I cannot play that. Is someone injured?
They played nothing. Okay. We'll probably go injured Tol'vir, sorry, injured Blade Master here on 3, so that we can start healing it on 4 to draw cards from Northshire Cleric. They have a Shadow Word Pain. That tips their hand as Reno Priest, I'm pretty sure. Because, usually... or it doesn't guarantee, but usually Big Priest is just on Penance. So I think that kind of locks them up, which is better. Reno Priest is definitely a better matchup for us, for sure. They have a lot of removal, but we have Rallies and Raised Dead. And they don't try and summon big boards of taunts. So I think I'm mostly okay with that. Interesting decision here. Do we want to Raise Dead for the Northshire just to start drawing cards? That's interesting. I think the answer to that question is no, but it's close. I think just healing this is fine. I think developing another 2-drop. I'm going to go ahead and develop this Crabrider is a little more important. This gets really nuts with Apotheosis, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play it. Okay, our opponent goes coin into... Okay, they just coin into Raza on 4, which is pretty rough, not gonna lie. But we do have that answered with an Apotheosis. So if we Apotheosis here... That is, what is it, 7, that's not enough. If we Apotheosis and heal in between 3, 7, 8, 9, it still doesn't keep let this swing in here. So then that means we just Apotheosis here. Make that trade. Go face twice. I'll heal this up. Yeah, and I'll hold it there. Next turn I'll probably go in with a Raised Dead just for Northshire because we really need to, start drawing some cards and draw into our cards that matter. Yeah, I'll probably play one more with this deck. But I'm probably going to start trying, trying some dragon variations. Try and get a little bit more consistency. Oh, that's a pretty good draw off Insight, yeah. Draw a random creature from your deck, it happens to be the best one. Yeah, that's a pretty rough card. Definitely not dead, but it is a little bit awkward for sure. That gives them an answer. Interesting, Hungry Crab. I would have assumed they would just automatically take something to answer our 6-5, but getting a 3-4 and answering our 1-4 is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe just include a little bit more card draw since I think your hand stagnates a bit too much. Yeah, it's weird. I was testing it out yesterday, and I don't know if you caught the very beginning of the stream. I talked about some of the changes I made. I trimmed a Raised Dead and an Acolyte of Pain, because when I was playing yesterday, I felt like I was... Like, obviously against Milrogue, my hand was full. But even in other matchups, even against, like, Mage, for example, I had my hand full with 10 cards, like, the entire time. And I was burning cards in multiple matches. So, that's why I wanted to try less card drop, but that could have been too rash of a decision based on too few games. After this game, I'll try with some more card draw. You know, I'm not going to make any definitive decisions off of a game or two with more card draw, but yeah, maybe cutting the card draw was a little bit too brash of a response. Rash of a response, yeah, that's the words I'm looking for. We're going to go here, and then we're just going to trade this here. And then we're going to play Northshire, and then we're going to heal this. I know that allows them to kill this. If they kill this, I'm totally fine, because they're not killing either of these. And I'll hold this onto this, because I can draw more cards later. Maybe it was worth cycling there, but I feel like we could have gotten more value out of it. But when we do need Inner Fire, maybe it is just worth a plain cycle. It's close. Hard to know for sure. Okay, so what is this at normally?
Is someone injured?
It's +6. +6 from 7 is 13. So, yeah, if we draw an Inner Fire, the game's over and we win it. So, it'd be cool if that happens. Draw Radiant. Rats. Darn it. Alright, well, we'll keep hanging out, I guess. Yeah, having this would be nice, but there wasn't really a good way to do that. The issue is if they've already drawn Shadow Reaper, they could have Psychic Scream. Or they could just already have it in hand. So that does make it pretty awkward for sure.
Your soul.
I'm gonna leave these in play, and if they play a Psychic Scream, we can go in with these. Yeah, I'll try some more card draw after this, for sure. Raise Dead's kind of weird because Raise Dead isn't necessarily just card draw, but it's just a card that adds cards to hand. Like if I could pick up my Northshire Cleric, it would have been nuts that turn, right? So yeah, maybe going down to 2 Raise Dead was too much. We did add the Cabal Talon Priest and a yeah, they Psychic Scream, sure. Interesting they want me to get the Zephyrus. I don't want to draw that card, so they kind of helped me a little bit there. We do another Injured Blade Master, sure. Sure, okay. I'll go ahead and dump. With the casting of Psychic Scream, I'm going to go ahead and dump all these cards to try and get on board and make it most likely for us to win. If they have more answers for this, that's just kind of rough. We need to draw something that allows us to draw multiple cards because we're missing multiple things. If you get a pyromancer, cleric, and acolyte on board at the same time, you draw a lot. Yeah, you do, yeah. And I guess like the last time I played the deck, it was happening a lot. That was a really, really subpar way for that to go down. Yeah, last time I played that was happening a lot, even with Rally it was happening a lot, so I felt kind of awkward. Definitely just jamming a Rally here for sure. Getting back Northshire and Acolyte of Pain. Just gonna start with healing this up before I do anything else. Drawing Inner Fire. Divine Spirit Inner Fire is not gonna lethal because they're at 30, and well, we can't play everything, but if they don't kill this Crabrider, Apotheosis, 7, 14, that is 28 damage. So we're going to leave it at the board at this, and hopefully they don't kill Crabrider, and if they kill Crabrider, hopefully they'll leave everything else in play. Kazakis for a 5 pot. If they don't find the deal 4 damage, then the game is probably over. So hopefully they don't find 5 mana deal 4. If they find the right Kazakis pot, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? Let's see, are they jamming it? They're not playing it immediately. Oh, maybe they are playing it immediately. Polymorph random enemy, not Crabrider. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The only thing that would be better than this Apotheosis is a Powered Feast, so I'm actually going to keep it. This is our best turn 1 play. This is pretty much usually our best turn 2 play. And then buffing the turn after, you know, Powered Feast would automatically heal the Crabrider, drawing a card off Northshire, but also getting lifesteal is fine, you know. Love including Eater of Secrets in my deck. It is the most satisfying feeling to remove a bunch of secrets. Yeah, it's a wild one. I know I played a bunch of Eater of Secrets and Kazan Mystic in the when I was playing in the Team Hearth Legends Wild series, because that's a conquest style tournament, or like format. It's like a league format where you know what people are playing. Wow, turn 1 Swashbuckler into a Vendetta. That's pretty nuts. But yeah, so you don't know what your opponents are playing. Deck lists are open, so once you start playing, you know. But usually people bring the best deck for each class. You know, you have 4 classes, so in Wild, the most common lineup by far is Secret Mage, Reno Priest, Dark Glare, and then X. And over time, people started replacing Dark Glare with either Kingsbane Rogue or Bomb Warrior or like Reno Lock, you know, and then going with one of those other options as well. So you could find a lot of success with heavy teching for decks like Reno Priest and Secret Mage, and that's how I found a lot of the success that I had in that format. Powered Feast is the safest card, so I think I do want to go with that. Yeah. Because it could be a 3/3 if we played Apotheosis, but this gives it to 6 health, which means that a single Eviscerate doesn't kill it, a single Vendetta doesn't kill it. The downside is this can hit by Backstab, but I'm pretty sure all wild decks don't play that. However, our opponent's playing Swashbuckler and Blink Fox, which means they're probably playing a Spectral Cutlass deck, which there isn't really a well-defined Spectral Cutlass list currently, so that's kind of up in the air what they could be on. They could be on Saps, so playing this Apotheosis is kind of scary. That being said, do we really feel like we're winning this game if we're just sitting around waiting for Inner Fire, or do we think we can win this game fast enough if we play on Apotheosis? I'm going to say most of the removal is not sap, it's damage based, so I'm going to say this is worth it. If it comes back to bite us, that is a possibility, but if it does die, we can rally it back. Okay, yeah, they go with a Henchland Burglar. Yeah, we're totally okay with that. That's fine. Yeah, they just concede. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, and so that's kind of the strength of it. Is sometimes you just create a giant unit, and your opponent can't remove it, and they concede. I saw Crabrider, and I was like, oh my god, that is the card. That's a card that I want to try right now. Because having Wind Fury and Rush allows you to fight back for board, and also requires a lot less buffs. So that's why I kind of want to go in on this version, because it took the best, feel like it took the best advantage of both those cards.
Is someone injured?
Hunter and not even Hunter. There's no telling what this is. Hunter has an abysmal play rate, so there's no telling what this could be. That sounds like a fine idea. Everyone else already uploads uncut gameplays, so do something new. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, is just do different things to get discovered. And and actually, it's funny. Solemn has made videos talking about that. That's kind of like over time inspired me. He just made a recent one that also made me think about it a little bit more. Just talking about like there are plenty of channels in Hearthstone that are huge, right? And then they're the people that make them make full-time income, and then they probably enjoy playing the game. But a lot of them, they do the exact same thing. Nobody big in Hearthstone really makes different style content. Unless you count Solemn himself, and obviously like there's some tier list stuff, but it's mostly gameplay, which is just the same as everything else. Now, I mean, it's interesting because, well, the games are interesting to play for so long because they have replayability. But being discovered off of that is a little bit difficult, you know. Unless you're doing really wild and wacky things, which is kind of rare. Huh. If you play an Injured Blade Master, it just dies, but then we have a good rally. Yeah, I can buy that for $1. They attack with face, they lose 4, and then I rally. And get 2 Injureds and a Northshire Cleric back. It's pretty nuts. They can trade this and this into the 2/6 with Taunt, which is a little bit awkward, but then if that's how they're spending their turn, I feel pretty okay. If this is how they're spending this turn, I feel like I'm in a great position. If they don't, okay, they're gonna play something else. Yeah, play a secret. Okay, so if they don't get on board at all anymore, then we're in a pretty nuts position, honestly. But this is okay. Yeah, let's rally. Then we know they don't counterspell. Get back all that. No. Yep, they attack in there, they attack in there. I assume trading that off, which we're okay with. Depends on what their 5-drop is here. If they have the 5-mana 6/5, that destroys random minion if you control a dragon. Could definitely be awkward for us. For sure. And with a steady shot, is that just pass? That's nuts. Is that freezing trap? Let's see. Attacking here plays around freezing trap, but attacking here plays around wandering monster. I think in Wild Wandering Monster is more playable. Freezing Trap is a double-edged sword. Because if you're going to attack with a Zephyrus, you feel really bad about playing a Freezing Trap. So we'll say that we're playing around Misdirection. All right, well, okay. I don't feel bad about losing to Misdirection because that card sees actually 0 play in Wild. So I don't feel that bad about that one. That's so wild. Haha, got him. I'm gonna keep Wild Pyro and Acolyte in hand to combo together. And I think that means I'm just gonna play this injured and then heal it out of range of this weapon here. Yeah, you almost never see Misdirection. That card is pretty bad, all things considered. It's pretty bad secret, so it's definitely... I don't feel bad that I got by Misdirection, because I don't think it's worth playing around. I'll also deal 2 to that, but that does attack him for another 4, which means they are at 17. And we have a Powered Feast and Apotheosis, so, like, that's interesting. Interesting. They're going to... Okay. So... Huh. I think we have a pretty clean Wild Pyro Acolyte coin Powered Feast, which removes this. It deals 3 damage to this, unless I Powered Feast this, but I'll probably want to Powered Feast the Acolyte of Pain. Yeah, I could Power Feast the Wild Pyro to keep it around. That's interesting, actually. I think Powered Feast and the Acolyte of Pain is better. So I think I want to go Acolyte of Pain, Wild Pyro. This could be greedy, but I want to draw my cards. Coin. Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, let's do it up. Does that change what I want to do at all? Does it make me want to save the Wild Pyro? Not really. Wild Pyro feels kind of meh. And then I'll just trade here. This is a 2, but that's fine. They attack here, that's fine. This is going to be a 3/5 that draws cards in play. This would be a really bad turn for them to have the, mess around with something on my finger. This would be a really bad turn for them to have, ooh, don't kill my 3/5, please. Please don't kill my 3/5. That would be bad. I mean, they're not 13, but it would still be pretty bad. Hopefully this goes face. If we win this 50-50, we're in a pretty good position. If we lose it, we're in a god-awful, terrible position, because this card will beat us single-handedly. Interesting how that one happens. Let's say we find out if Array's dead here. We are at 16, so we're not that much farther ahead. Another injured Blade Master, another Acolyte. That we're not really looking for. Let's see if we can Shadow Visions into a rally. We did find one, so let's play out this Radiant Elemental, and then let's rip a rally and see if we can come back in this game somehow. So yeah, we got Northshire, 2 injured creatures. It's pretty interesting. With Northshire and Circle of Healing, we can maybe draw a good pile of cards and find a Divine Spirit Inner Fire line next turn, or just dumping a bunch of buffs on something. Yeah, buffing the Wild Pyro would have played better into this, because it would mean that we would have had a 1/1 Acolyte of Pain in play, which maybe was supposed to be the correct line. Honestly, going face there is the most okay thing for us, because they're not going to have 9 face damage, and not wiping one of our units is huge for us. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 damage just like this. So we're only 2 short. We also have plenty of cards that draw cards. Inner Fire is lethal. Inner Fire is lethal. Shadow Visions is lethal. Powered Feast is lethal. Apotheosis is lethal. Wild Pyro draws cards with Northshire Cleric, so that probably finds lethal somewhere. So yeah, we're kind of okay with that. Oh, they could have a way to kill our 2/6, which could be awkward. They have Kill Command for our 2/6. They're having to Kill Command and swing in with Dragonbane. That's pretty nuts for us, honestly. That's pretty huge. Okay, even if we don't have lethal here, we get to that changed, right? Because they moved our 2 things. So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're still 2 short. Still 2 damage short. We're 100% putting this here and trading this in here. And then let's draw a card there. Another Northshire Cleric. I think I'm totally okay going full Northshire here. This will draw 4 cards. Yeah, we can live with that. We could have played this to draw 6 cards, actually. Which, actually, that was probably better, right? This puts us at 8. Yeah, drawing 6 would have been... Yeah, we were probably supposed to play this first, but... I thought I might have overdrawn there, but this is okay. Now we can play Raised It if we want to. I don't think it's worth it because we're at 15, but it's pretty close. Yeah, I'll play this under Injured Blade Master. Or actually, I'll play this Crabrider. Nah, I think Crabrider plus something could help us like fight back for board and surprise them. So, I'll keep it like this. And we'll hang on. Is there a card in Hearthstone you have a soft spot for? A single card. Huh. Card I have a soft spot for. They have... Why? Why does this happen to me? What is this nonsense? I was gonna say Zephyrus. Deadass. I love Reno decks. And Zephyrus was an amazing card to come out. And then my opponent played a Zephyrus into a brawl out of their aggro Reno Hunter deck. So that was neat and fun. But, wow, that's awesome for us. That's hilarious. That's actually kind of amazing, honestly. Yeah, they're actually just dead here. We'll show them the full wrath. Just a single card is pretty hard. I would say like Zephyrus, Reno potentially. I would have said probably Kael'thas before it got nerfed like 3 times. Because Kael'thas and Wild Jade Druid was just so amazing. So I probably would have said that was a card that was I had a soft spot for. But they nerfed it and it's bad now. So maybe if they unnerf it, I'll play a shit ton of that card. But as it's nerfed, it's only playable in like Malagos Druid. I'd probably say Zephyrus is up there for me. Hearthstone just announced a new game mode called Classic, which will feature the original 240 cards as they were at release, which means they're going to have all sorts of unnerfed cards. You're going to have all sorts of Hall of Fame cards.